we wanted to have like an authentic partnership with the educational department of the Tate Modern so that we can, learn from each other and create this unique experience for these young people. But then the end result was that there was an exhibition inside the Tate Modern based on Moleskine notebooks. And obviously, this cannot be recreated in any other way. And exactly because there were no commercial motive from our side, from a foundation side and from a Tate side, then that could have happened in a natural way.
What do you think has been the benefit to Moleskine, the brand, or Moleskine, the company, because of this entity that it's created and unleashed on the world?
The Moleskine Foundation was not created directly by the company. So the Moleskine Foundation was co-founded by a group of people that believed that creativity could be a force for good and a force for change. Then we created a foundation, and it was connected to a previously existing foundation named Lettera 27, Letter 27th. But the point is that it's a group of people that believe in something that created the foundation. Out of that, we created a partnership, a structural partnership agreement with the Moleskine company and the Moleskine brand. And because of our long collaboration, because of our long history together, because we share some of the co-founder of the company, and the foundation, and because of also the great vision that the brand had, we created a model where the Moleskine Foundation is 100% independent from the Moleskine company, to the point that nobody that is associated to the Moleskine company can sit at the General Counsel, that is the highest organ of the Moleskine Foundation. And that is quite unique for a brand that trusts so much another organization somehow to release the name, and work so much in this kind of like almost symbiotic, relationship, but with this clear, level of independence. And this is start the uniqueness of the brand. And I think that the brand understood, the company understood, and not only the company and the property of the company, they understood that authenticity was supposed to be at the center of any type of engagement connected to CSI from a company perspective. There couldn't be no room for marketing, no room for greenwashing. The room for that, it should have happened in an authentic way as a shared value initiative, not in any other way. It is important that when you had the chance as an organization, you try to build programs that are able to kind of try to rebalance those gaps, those imbalances. And when we look at African languages, the situation is even worse, to be honest. So with Wiki Africa, we want to increase the quantity and quality of knowledge about the African continent online on Wikipedia. And basically we want to do it by transform young African students from the continent and from the diaspora from passive knowledge consumer to active knowledge producers. And that activity, that idea of starting writing about your own environment, your own history, whatever is your own passion, especially in your own language, can have really a unique impact at various levels. First of all, you as an individual, that you get exposed to certain experience, cultural experience, and then you get engaged into writing about it. So you take responsibility of it. You become an active player in the global world. But then the result of that is out there for a larger community. So we want to try to create this movement. And we've been trying to do it since quite a few years.
I think in order for that active engagement to really take off, it's rooted in that quite genuine place that you're coming from. So it's not a big company or whatever trying to sort of leverage something or do something. It's just this open conversation, which in a sense encourages people to be active, and by them being active you almost create that movement.
In an age where the consumer is becoming more and more interested in the values behind any type of brand. When we look at millennials and we look at Generation Z, there is this absolute interest in really seeing that my personal values are reflected in the values of the brands that I buy. And Moleskine, as one of the only cultural brand, original cultural brand that are out there, is is in a unique position to try to create this connection. And um, and so we knew that the only way to do it properly, the only way to do it to create an advantage, also I would say a competitive advantage from a company perspective, from a brand perspective, was to create an authentic, a unique partnership, a unique interest in fostering social change. And that was done by creating and by partnering with the Moleskine Foundation.
You say that Moleskine is not this big company, but in reality, its brand is so large. It's built such a strong brand, and that, like you say, is an asset. And one of the ways they're using that asset is by allowing a foundation to use that asset and push it forward. And I think very interestingly is it also is giving them more brand value back. Like, so it's an investment. They let it free and they're actually getting some back. I mean, I think if a brand, even a well-moneyed brand like a Nike, were to go to the Tate Modern and say we want to have an exhibition inside here, they're probably going to say no, thank you. We've got more than enough exhibitions lined up. Can you talk about the process of getting into the Tate Modern?
One of our programs is called At Work. That is a kind of unique educational experience that lasts a week long and basically bring unique minds from the cultural space and they start a dialogue, a very personal and in-depth dialogue with young people and students from connected to a local organization. And so at Work is pretty much that. And one of our partners for last year at Work Tour was the Tate Modern. And is every other partner that we had, we organized basically a 5 days workshop. Then there is a physical exhibition, and in this process, then they have to basically create an artistic notebook, quote unquote. They basically these ideas and this process of introspection get materialized in an object that is a notebook, and then this becomes part of the exhibition that they organize. And uh, and we did it with a Tate Modern that have very amazing educational programs, but it also happened to be one of the most important museums in the world. And so, for a foundation perspective, we got in fully from an educational idea. So we wanted to get the right students, we wanted to get the right people that normally don't have access to these type of experiences. We wanted to have like an authentic partnership with the educational department of the Tate Modern so that we can, learn from each other and create this unique experience for these young people. But then the end result was that there was an exhibition inside the Tate Modern based on Moleskine notebooks. And obviously, this cannot be recreated in any other way. And exactly because there were no commercial motive from our side, from a foundation side and from a Tate side, then that could have happened in a natural way. I think that the beautiful thing about the market situation is that you can't fake it. You just can't fake it. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You cannot fake those type of experiences. And those experiences are based on authentic and unique experiences that has been cultivated within a certain amount of time.
Hello YouTube, I'm Ross Drakes, I'm the founder of Nice Work, and thank you so much for your time at watching this video. If you're seeing me, it means you made it all the way to the end, so we've at least done something right. If you enjoyed this, we'd love it if you could hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And I think more important than that is if you know someone who might need to hear this, if you think someone out there who needs this message in their life, please spread the link, because it makes a huge difference to the world, and it allows us to fulfill our message of making sure that there are no more bad brands in the world. Thank you very much, and we'll catch you in the next video.